feel like we're just going to ignore this now. Okay, I think I'm ready to start. No, I'm not. I need my phone. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so I've got my sloth mug that my mum bought me for uni that I brought home. Got my green tea. Got my fresh face, or one that I'm trying to make look fresh. And we're ready to begin. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. It's been a while. Basically, this video is going to be a little life update, where I've been, what's been occurring. I feel like I want to go all the way back to when I started my YouTube and why I started, and then why it became inconsistent, because I feel like as an audience you guys deserve, I'm still trying to get used to not looking at the viewfinder again. As an audience you guys, I feel like, deserve an answer, and the people that are still following me and people that have joined our channel, then I feel like you also deserve an answer too, because if you're not personally close to me in my life then you wouldn't know why it's been so inconsistent. I actually kind of debated, this is random, but I actually kind of debated putting makeup on with this video, because I was like, oh, I always put makeup on to film, and I thought, do you know what, we're going to sit down with our tea, with your wine, whatever you've got, and I thought we're just going to do it bare. We're just gonna bare our soul on this video. Please excuse the fact that it's kind of a time of month right now and it's just not going well, is it? So also in this video I'm going to talk about what has changed, and so much I feel like has changed because I haven't actually done a sit down video since, when was the college clothing haul, and that was back in 2018. That was 2 years ago, and I feel like we haven't really had a chat. The only 3 videos I uploaded last year was my holidays that I went on, and obviously as you guys, if you've seen those videos, would know that I hadn't been on holiday previously before that, and I was really lucky enough to travel to the places I wanted to last year, so yeah. But anyways, I feel like I need to kind of reintroduce myself. It's kind of like a reintroduction video. It's going to be a bit messy. I haven't planned it. I haven't planned what I wanted to say. And if anyone knows me personally, I'm a planner. I have lists. I have notes. Like, if I'm going to plan something to say, like a speech, I will have it down word for word. And I'm trying to kind of get used to not doing that anymore, because I kind of need to improvise, and I think this video needs to come from the heart. So as like a little re-intro to me, if you have just watched this video, you have no idea who I am, why this ginger girl on your screen is talking. Hi, I'm Molly. I'm 19, soon to be, well, not soon to be 20, but I will be 20 this year, entering my 20s, which I'm actually quite excited for. I am currently, in my life, I am a university student. At the moment I'm back home because obviously current situation, the global pandemic of the coronavirus, and I think everyone's kind of been joking and putting memes online to kind of humour and get through it, which I get. Me and like my brother and other people I know have kind of been doing the same, but I know it's also really serious. We've been staying inside and like self-isolating, obviously just kind of going out to the shops, but that is kind of it. But otherwise I hope that at the moment I have such an incredible amount, well, I've had respect for them anyway, but I have an incredible amount of respect and gratitude for people who work in the NHS, in education, in like emergency services. I know that some countries have sent their military out to help with the shops, supermarket workers, retail workers. I really have an incredible amount of respect at the moment, and I think what you're doing is an incredible thing. You're kind of exposing yourself to those risks in a way, but you're doing it for other people, for the rest of the country, especially NHS workers who are treating all those who are critically ill right now. It's a really tremendous thing to do, and I think those of us at home, I think it's a nice time to kind of slow down a bit and spend that quality time with your loved ones and your partner, you know, the rest of your family, people you like kind of haven't spoken to in ages, kind of had the time to like check up on people. Wouldn't have the time to film this video until probably the summer, had it not like been uni closing and me coming home. So I suppose in other ways you like be grateful for the time you're kind of being given to do other things that maybe you needed to do in your home, or self-care, things that you haven't had time for but you've now like we've come to a halt, it feels like, kind of in time. Make sure to look after yourself, and I suppose be grateful that you're healthy, that you have your family. So I definitely am. Anyway, moving on. I'm currently a university student. I study in and live like away from home in Nottingham. I've got 2 tattoos and I've planned to get more, but obviously at the moment I'm not going to go out just to get them for obvious reasons. You've obviously seen like my partner, like my boyfriend, in previous vlogs. We've never done like a sit down video together, and I hope that at some point we will. Forgot about those occasional mishaps. I feel like this is going to be like 20 minutes of me being a terrible YouTuber. Yeah, so seen my partner in previous videos, but we never done a sit down video together. I've never been like very chatty about our relationship anyway. Obviously only to people that are close, like my family and friends. But if you follow my Instagram, you would know that I am in a relationship with someone who's in the Navy. We've been getting used to, like, it changed our relationship, but I'm planning on doing a blog post about the training, kind of like how it's affected our relationship, and like I suppose just advice for partners out there who, whether in the army or the navy, who have been facing similar issues with that, and how you want to how to kind of like move forward with it and like get through the hardest months, because there are harder months than others in like the initial training, basically, where your contact is usually very, very limited. And if you were like me, where I was used to having this company all the time, it's a big change. It was a big change, even just kind of moving to uni. I obviously wasn't seeing my boyfriend in person, not as much. I live 3 hours away from home, do you know what I mean, at uni. And then obviously that was one change, and then off you went to the Navy, that was another change. I will say now, I would not have found my 3 friends that I've made from the Navy had it not been for some of the support already out there, and I will definitely point that out in my blog post, so stay tuned for that. If I go all the way back to, I think it was 2015, no, it must have been 2016 actually, when I started my channel. 15-year-old Molly started her channel accidentally. She was posting a YouTube video that was meant to go on a blog, but her file was too big. And that is kind of how I started YouTube. My friend suggested me to put it on YouTube so that she could watch it, so I did. And yeah, that's kind of how I started YouTube. Literally, I just thought, I'll upload it, like it would just be like a one-off. I can't put it on my blog, I'll just tell my readers on my blog to view it on YouTube. And then suddenly I was like, I kind of like this. A few months later, I explained in one of my videos, sadly, like my nan passed away. And then obviously I went to college, and I had 2 jobs at the time, as well as juggling A-levels. Slowed down a lot due to exams. Yeah, that was all inconsistent. I couldn't really work, study, go to college and film. I didn't really find I had the time, and now I'm nearly at the end of my first year of uni. Also moved to that. My uni room is, honestly, it has no natural light. I have no place to even keep my lights in my room because it's that small. And also I've just been settling and kind of getting to know people, so I've kind of taken that year as well to kind of, I suppose, like find myself again. And then also I moved in September, and by the 1st of November I had to come home because my granddad had died, and that also kind of, I don't know, so for me, after someone dies, usually I'm quite down for such a long time, and I just really couldn't face coming online or kind of like going on the camera. And I honestly, I hadn't done it for so long, I just didn't know how to come back. Some things I think I will keep for other videos. I think I haven't been so open with. Everyone definitely has highs and lows. That will definitely be another video as well. I'm going to try and make this so uncut as possible, because I've never kind of just sat in front of the camera and just spoke a lot. So it's been sat for a while. What else? Plans and future. I suppose for this new year, me and my best friend set a goal that this year would be our year, and I think we can just solidly say globally it has not been anyone's year so far. I did actually make New Year's resolutions this year, and I usually do. So my probably main one this year was being optimistic about change, letting things go to move forward, trying new things. I mean, little smaller girls like writing on my blog more, or actually getting back to YouTube, and I suppose different changes within my mindset to stay positive and use my time wisely, etc. And I have been so much better at that this year. One of my goals in life is to be bilingual. Yep, I've said it. So I did Spanish as a GCSE, and now I've gone back to it. So I study at uni also. I've always loved Spanish. I think it's a very sexy language. An exotic one. I haven't been to Spain though, so I'd really like to go at some point when this is all over. Passed the exams so far, I've got 2 left, so I'm hoping to continue to do that. So much has changed, like my skincare's changed, makeup has changed. As you can see right now, I'm not wearing it. That's because most days I don't wear it. Set gym goals, that is something that is incredibly changed. I'm sorry, so sorry if it's just a ramble. I'm trying not to say too much about my studies, so I want that to be a separate video, but I am a journalism student. At the moment, from doing my course so far, I'm really interested in investigative journalism. I like the law side of it, that's really interesting. I find the politics side of it really hard, but who understands politics? Investigative journalism, I kind of like feature writing, that's really cool, I think. I enjoy interviewing. I've worked with some really cool people. One of the ladies that I worked with, who is a model, did my feature basically on 2019's full runway and the diversity of it, things like that. On Instagram she's called Only One Callison. She's absolutely stunning and she's got such a kind soul as well. I will always remember some of her quotes from my feature. I think it was envy is a thief of joy. One thing that I can always remember and that I recite to quite a lot of people, and I remind myself that like you can envy kind of what other people have, but then it's like being online, like when you look at people and you think, oh, she's gorgeous, or they have such nice clothes, I don't have anything I particularly like, do you know what I mean? You kind of lose the gratitude that you have for what you do have by looking at other people's. You kind of get obsessed with looking at other people's things and their lives, thinking it's just obviously with the way it's portrayed on Instagram that is kind of perfect. Well, obviously it's not, but that is what is shown. And I suppose being envious sometimes and overly envious can be a thief of joy. Like you do stop enjoying what you do have and you forget. And I think that's something that society really needs to remember, is that you can be envious but you can't be forgetful. Second year, I'm really excited to do the fashion module. I've definitely gotten more into natural beauty and I've kind of made a conscious effort to try and buy cruelty-free products this year, just because I don't think we should test on animals, because it's a luxury, it's not a necessity. If anyone's seen that Beauty Laid Bare on BBC, it just uncovers a lot about the beauty industry that I didn't even realise. Like I'm thinking a lot more about our environment, and there's a lot in the news about climate change this year, and definitely taking a journalism course you have to be aware of the news all the time, always on the lookout of what's changed, what is new, because it honestly it does affect every lecture. It teaches you those new skills and kind of just to be aware of like what is going on in the world and not just what is going on outside your doorstep, do you know what I mean? Kind of made me a bit more aware from watching that documentary. The beauty industry, we should be making our products more recyclable. Transparency, like honesty about ingredients within products. Like asbestos was found in Johnson & Johnson's products, and that's disgusting, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's really harmful, toxic to the skin, and you would never have known that had probably an investigative journalist not gone in, investigated, and someone else probably uncovered the truth and kind of, I suppose, published it. And they had so many cases of being sued because people were then saying that they were getting health conditions or skin conditions, which yeah, makes sense, from their products because of asbestos, and obviously that's very toxic to the skin, should not be even be breathing that in. It just kind of made you be aware of like workers' rights. Think about it so much more now, but I take a journalism course. I don't buy baby wipes anymore because they're really bad for the environment. I can understand like when mums buy them for babies, things like that. Haven't done a lot of research into what could be more sustainable and more beneficial for the environment. They just get caught up in sewage and they don't break down, they just get dumped in kind of countries like Indonesia, places like that, and just get left there, and that's it. Like that's like their landfill, and it just kind of pollutes their country, and we aren't aware of that because it's not something we see or is put out there a lot. Yeah, it definitely has made me think about a lot more about the products I buy, how I'm contributing to the environment. What is it that as a consumer you can do differently to help save our planet, what we can do to help our communities, just things like that that I think about so much more now since doing this course. But I think a lot of the problem is down to businesses to be transparent about their ingredients, and I know that a lot of them, there's not enough laws in place for like consumers to understand what is on the back of packaging. They're symbols that you think the whole thing's recyclable, but they're not. Some of them, or part of the product, isn't recyclable. I feel like sometimes as consumers we can be deceived, and no, it shouldn't be up to us to do your research into every bit of recycling. And I think honest beauty should be, you know, even just honest business. That's just a necessity for me as a consumer. There isn't enough laws out there to make sure that what is put on the back of packaging is transparent. Packaging, it should definitely be transparent. The product should be transparent. The whole process should. Yeah, just honestly, please go over and watch it if you're really interested in beauty or want to know how you can get involved as a consumer. We can do what we can on our part, but we can make companies more aware. So that's kind of become a bit more of a passion this year. I'm really into what I'm studying, to be honest. Plans for the future, I would probably think, I don't know what kind of journalism I want to go into at the moment, but I do like having an issue, researching it for a really long, like a long period of time. So I'm liking either editorial or investigative journalism at the moment. I can kind of see myself gravitating towards too. I'd like to go into beauty journalism. I spend a lot of time researching things about skin, and obviously I've previously done a makeup course, but not just that, also lifestyle, fitness is something that I've really gotten into this year, and researched a lot about that as well. I really badly want to do a podcast. I would love to have a podcast. I've really gotten into them. I follow people like Sarah's Day. I love listening to her and Kurt talk on their podcast. I could listen to them all day. For Spanish, I also listen to podcasts of Spanish. It's called Lightspeed Spanish. If you really want to be on the go whilst learning, with headphones in, earphones in, Lightspeed Spanish is amazing. So I would definitely love to set up a podcast in the future talking about beauty, skin, life advice, fitness, mental health. I'd love to talk about all those things. I still would absolutely love in the future to have my own skincare line and makeup line. I don't ever like doing things unless I've done like a lot of research in or understand, but I would love to be a more sustainable brand that is still good. Even just like a business, I would love to basically just have my own business when I'm older, whether it's just in magazine, but like definitely having my own skincare or makeup line is it's been an interest to me like for such a long time. My vision is kind of have my own kind of like team where we share kind of like the same vision, and we kind of just, I don't know, like I just want to make change to the world. We manifest what we want to create, and I would love that. Corny as that sounds, that's kind of something I really want to do, go into, as well as writing, and yeah, just eager to learn really. That's just me. I hope that kind of explained a little bit where I've been. If you have any content ideas that you want me to do, leave them down below. Stay up to date on my Instagram if you'd like to. That will be linked down below. I think I'm most active on that, to be honest. I haven't posted a lot of posts this year, and that's mainly literally because I live in gym wear. I brought my stuff to uni thinking I would be fashionable, and I've still lived in my gym wear, so that was me being optimistic. I hope that wasn't too awkward or too painful to sit through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was somewhat informative. If you like this video, give a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you're well. Let me know down below what you've been doing as well to occupy your time, because all mine has been doing is studying. I've been playing The Sims. I bought that in December and my Sims only just got into uni now, so story of my life. Hopefully I will see you next time with a better video. If you've got this far, congrats, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.